some thoughts on Kagan cooperative learning and online learning. I was musing while I'm climbing up the stairs with all my stuff to head off, see a partner. But Kagan cooperative learning talks about engaging the whole class and being supportive, I suppose, rather than cooperative, and has certain tools or games or opportunities that you can use with your students to help them cooperate, learn all at once, rather than just whoever's quickest to answer, best to answer, or who isn't shy. So you'd think, though, because Kagan seems more social constructivist in learning, that kind of just feels like by default what you think the internet might be. So when you think of online learning, you imagine it as default potentially being more like Kagan and less like being dictated to, I suppose. However, it's very easy for people to think that sticking up like a PowerPoint online is a good way of learning because that's what you give them in the classroom. However, that does just then lead to potentially even less than what Kagan was trying to fight against, where you have no interaction. So it's important while you're thinking through your online learning that you think of actually Kagan's still quite important, because it's not by default you get social learning. It's not by default you can use these different tools. So think of the forums you're using, think of any other tools you might integrate that would help cooperative learning, more of a social learning, being able to think, pair, share, or the coaching, can't remember what the coaching technique's called, but getting into pairs basically and offering advice to each other. So you have to add those elements in and you have to plan for them. Otherwise you might end up with a PowerPoint online, which isn't